Hi, I'm Chloe. So, I don't know, I know I've been a long time since I've made any videos. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to try and make them more often, but I do have something very special for you guys today. Every year, our elementary collects used books and sells them as a used book sale. This means that they're really inexpensive, and you can buy pretty much ridiculous amounts of them at one time. I also had a very belated birthday party a few weeks ago, which means even more books. So tune in, and I'm going to tell you about some of the books that I've bought over the past, month or so. I'm not going to include all of them, just the ones that I'm really excited about. The Bronze Horseman by Paulina Simmons. I have already read this, actually. It's 800 pages, and it's one of my favorite historical fiction books with romance thrown in. I really enjoyed this. It was recommended to me by a friend. This was bought at the used book sale for $1, and I'm on the third book right now, which I've stopped because I'm also reading Dorothy Must Die for book club, so the third book will have to come later. It's kind of a funny story. I got this from a friend for a birthday party by Ned Vizzini, and I've actually already read it. I really enjoyed it. As it says on the back, it's a book about depression that's not depressing, and I feel like everyone should read this to try to understand mental illness and how it affects people. So, great book. Just Listen by Sarah Dessen. Haven't read this one yet. Have to add it to my collection. Winter Girls by Laurie Halse Anderson. She's one of my favorite authors, so I'm really excited to read this. I've heard it's really good, and the cover's pretty. The Coldest Girl in Cold Town by Holly Black. I remember reading the Spiderwick series when I was younger, and I adored it, so I already expected this to be great, but this was amazing. I know some people that didn't like it, but I really enjoyed it. A really good, dark, funny romance. I recommend it. Angel Fall by Susan E. Bought for me by a friend. I had already read this before it was given to me, but I always have to add to my collection. I've read World After as well. I have to say, I really love this series, although I have a soft spot for angel romances. Cinder, Scarlet, and Caress by Marissa Meyer. I've already read all of these, but my father went to the U.S. for a work trip, so he ended up buying me the whole series. The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold. I know this book is supposed to be terrifying and really disturbing, so of course I want to read it, and the copy is really pretty, so I decided to buy it. I hopefully will get to read this soon. This Star Won't Go Out by Esther Earl and John Green. My friend gave this to me, and I'm so excited to read this. I've heard that it's a really inspiring tale, and I really like nonfiction. And look how pretty this is. I'm excited. 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. I've heard mixed feelings about this book. I've also heard that it glorifies suicide, so the only reason that I will read this is to either discover my opinion or to have evidence to support it. So, we'll see. I haven't heard such good things about this one. Flowers for Algernon by Daniel Keyes. This is one of my favorite books of all time, and when I saw it at the book sale, I just had to buy it. This book, seriously, changed the way that I see things. Everyone should read this. Everyone. I bought way more than this, and I have to shelve it. So, thanks for watching, and happy reading!